Be the first to respond. Autism to awesome. Be the first to respond. Autism to awesome.
We made it. I'm at the hotel. You can check it out. So I flew in. I started out last night in Guayaquil, Ecuador. My flight was at like 10:54, 10:55 or something. Got into Miami around 4 o'clock. Left Miami around 6:50 or so. Headed to Austin. Landed at Austin. Retrieved my luggage. Here I am now at the hotel, and here in Austin, Texas. The place where we're doing the workshop is actually about a 3-minute walk, which is very nice. I'm gonna get me some sleep, take a shower, get up, get something to eat, and get me some more sleep, because I did not sleep well on the plane at all. But you know, to get here was a process, and that's the whole thing about Autism to Awesome, you know, because even with our son, everything was a process. We tried things that worked, some of them worked, some of them didn't work. It's just trial and error, because there was no guide to follow at that time. Every child is different, but every child has a huge amount of potential, and we never know what the results are going to be. But we got to put the work in first. So this was a process to get here. So, I'm ready to put.
We talked about this a little bit already, right? But one of my best friends on earth is the guy who's in all my books. He's really the guy who convinced me to start. The reason I'm here in this room, why I became a writer. He was the guy who told me. Remember I told all of you, like, if you think you cut your stuff and it doesn't matter, go ask somebody else. That guy in my life. And he met his wife, and great wife, and they got married. And I'll never forget, man, they had their first, his name, we talked about this. And he called me. We have the kind of relationship that like, you know, really open and honest, right? And he was like, I don't have to tell you what it's like to have a kid with autism. I don't know, because I haven't been through it, but he was crestfallen, you know? And then he felt shameful about being crestfallen. It was this weird dynamic that, like, I can only imagine, right? And he's the type that, like, he solves problems and he learns. So he probably spent a year, he and his wife is a lawyer, he's a writer. He spent a year or two, both of them, learning essentially everything there is to know about autism. And they both do really well. And then they moved to, I told you, they moved to Ohio because that was the best sort of state resources for autism. But the point is, this is a rich, successful, privileged white couple who still had to put in an insane amount of work and resources. And now they're ecstatic their kids playing baseball. How many people out there have neither the time nor the ability nor the wherewithal to do what they did?
Too many to count.
You used to be one, weren't you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you made it work even without a lot of that, didn't you?
Had to.
What about those people who can't? Right now, what do?
Yes, sir.
What about the kid, dude? What about your son but not your son? Your son but someone else's kid? There are a generation of autistic kids who are desperate, and they don't even know it, for your help. I mean, dude, it's tough to pick which book is going to be more impactful, and it's not a race, but it's hard for me to imagine a book being more impactful than teaching parents how to connect with and have a relationship, and then with a kid so that they can create an environment so the kid can fully express and be himself. I don't know of anything more fucking beautiful than that, man. You want to talk about something mattering, dude. Is there anything more important than that? Than the love of parents and parents creating an environment for kids to succeed? Does anything matter more than that? I can't, what is it? You notice how quiet everyone is? Because this shit, goosebumps, man. It shit's real, man. It matters. You especially. There's going to be hundreds, thousands of autistic kids who have amazing lives who never know about me and never know about you or this group or whatever, and that's fine. But you got to write this book to make that happen. I know you're on board. I don't have to ask you.